Waking up to who you really are requires letting go of who you imagine yourself to be. Alan Watts. Now let's wind the clock back to the year 1915. In the heart of England, a young soul is born, christened Alan Wilson Watts. His innocent eyes opened to a world filled with wonder, a world he would come to deeply explore and profoundly influence. From his earliest days, Alan was captivated by the intricate patterns of life that painted the canvas of our existence. He was drawn to the unseen world, the microcosm of insects that thrived beneath our notice. The tiny creatures with their complex societies and intricate behaviors fascinated him. They were a testament to the unseen world, a world that echoed the vastness of the universe in its miniature scale. This early fascination with the small and unnoticed sparked a flame in young Alan, igniting his quest to understand the mysteries of life. Religion, too, played a crucial role in shaping his worldview. The Anglican practices that he grew up with, the hymns, the prayers, the rituals, all left an indelible mark on his psyche. They were the first brushstrokes on the canvas of his spiritual journey. His mother's teachings about Christianity further enriched his understanding of the divine. She introduced him to the stories of miracles, of faith, of the eternal battle between good and evil. These stories stirred something within him, a yearning to delve deeper into the enigma of existence. As a child, he was not content with accepting things at face value. He questioned, he probed, he sought. He wanted to understand why things were the way they were, why we believe what we believe. This curiosity, this thirst for understanding, set the stage for his lifelong exploration of philosophy and spirituality. Little Alan, a curious child, was already questioning the world around him, seeking answers to life's enigmatic queries. Alan, a young boy with an insatiable curiosity, stumbled upon a picture book about the East. This wasn't just any book. It was a portal to a world unknown, a world that was as intriguing as it was mystifying. It was a world steeped in the philosophies of Buddhism, a world that would forever change the course of Alan's life. Young Alan, with his Anglican upbringing, found himself drawn to the stark contrast of Buddhism. The East's philosophies were not about divine intervention or unyielding faith. They were about self-realization, about finding inner peace. They were about seeking enlightenment, not through an external deity, but through one's own mind and spirit. This was a profound revelation for Alan. The philosophies of the East were not just doctrines to be followed, they were a way of life. They were a path to understanding the universe. Not as an external entity, but as an extension of one's own being. It was a perspective that was at odds with his Anglican upbringing, yet it resonated deeply within him. Alan was captivated, entranced by the wisdom of the East. He immersed himself in the teachings of Buddhism, delving deep into its philosophies. He found himself questioning his beliefs, his perceptions, his understanding of the universe. It was a tumultuous journey of introspection and self-discovery, a journey that would shape the course of his life. The encounter with Buddhism was more than just an introduction to a new philosophy. It was a paradigm shift, a transformation of Alan's worldview. It challenged his preconceived notions, it questioned his beliefs, it provoked him to think, to question, to seek. It was the catalyst that ignited his passion for the philosophies of the East, a passion that would guide his life's journey. Alan's encounter with Buddhism wasn't just a fleeting fascination. It was a profound awakening, an enlightenment of sorts. It was an encounter that sparked a lifelong pursuit of knowledge, a pursuit that would lead him to become one of the most influential philosophers of the 20th century. This encounter with the East ignited a spark in young Alan that would illuminate his path for years to come. Alan Watts, a young man now, began to delve deeper into the philosophies of the East. His curiosity, ignited by earlier encounters with Buddhism, became a burning passion, driving him towards an understanding of the Eastern world's wisdom. Alan's journey was not one of formal education. Instead, he was a self-taught scholar, a young man immersing himself in the teachings of the East from the comfort of his own home. His library was his classroom, books his teachers, and his insatiable curiosity, his motivation. He combed through texts, deciphering the complex philosophies that had been passed down for centuries. His dedication was impressive. He spent countless hours poring over texts, grappling with concepts, and attempting to grasp the depths of Eastern philosophy. It was a testament to his unyielding determination, his relentless pursuit of knowledge. This was not a casual interest, but a deep, enduring passion. But Alan's studies were not just about gaining knowledge, they were about understanding, about incorporating these philosophies into his own life. He didn't just learn about Buddhism, he lived it. He didn't just study Taoism, he breathed it. These philosophies were not just subjects of his intellectual curiosity, they became the guiding principles of his life. As he delved deeper into these philosophies, he began to see the world through a different lens. His view of the world, of life, of existence itself was transformed. The teachings of the East had a profound impact on him, shaping his perspective and his understanding of the world. Alan's journey into the philosophies of the East was not easy. It was filled with challenges, with moments of doubt and confusion. But his determination, his commitment to understanding carried him through. He emerged from this journey not just as a student of Eastern philosophy, but as a scholar, a self-taught scholar. Alan's relentless pursuit of knowledge made him a self-taught scholar, a testament to his unyielding determination. This is the story of Alan Watts, a young man who dared to delve deep into the philosophies of the East, who dared to question, to understand, to learn. A young man who became a self-taught scholar. Alan's journey led him to Zen, a philosophy that would shape his worldview and future works. In his pursuit of truth, Alan found himself drawn to the mystic allure of Zen, a branch of Buddhism that emphasizes enlightenment through meditation and direct, intuitive insights. Zen offered a fresh perspective, a new lens through which to view the world. It was not about worshipping deities or following strict rules. It was about experiencing life in its raw, unfiltered form. Alan saw in Zen a philosophy that encouraged individuals to live in the present, to be fully aware of each moment. This resonated with him deeply. He had always been a seeker of truth, a scholar who questioned the nature of reality, and Zen offered a path to the answers he sought. Through Zen, Alan began to see the world in a different light. He saw the interconnectedness of all things, the impermanence of life, and the illusion of the self. He realized that our perceived separation from the world around us is a mere illusion, a construct of our minds. He began to understand that we are not separate entities, but part of an ever-changing, flowing universe. This understanding deeply impacted his perception of life and reality. It shifted his focus from the pursuit of individual success to the pursuit of collective wisdom. He began to see the world not as a place of competition, but as a place of cooperation, a place where every being has a role to play in the grand scheme of things. Alan's understanding of Zen deepened his quest for truth. It challenged him to question his preconceived notions, to let go of his ego, and to embrace the uncertainty of life. It pushed him to delve deeper into the mysteries of existence, to seek answers not in the external world, but within his own consciousness. Zen became a beacon for Alan, guiding him on his journey to understanding the true nature of existence. The wisdom he gained from Zen would shape his future works, influencing his teachings and writings and inspiring countless individuals to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. Alan Watts, now a young adult, was ready to share his understanding of life and philosophy with the world. On the cusp of adulthood, Alan found himself brimming with insights gleaned from years of solitary study and contemplation. His mind, a treasure trove of Eastern philosophies, yearned to express the profound truths he had discovered. A burning desire to articulate these insights and share them with the world took hold of him. Alan's early efforts to communicate his understanding were humble yet meaningful. He began writing, pouring his thoughts onto paper as eloquently as he could. With each word, each sentence, each paragraph, he crafted a tapestry of thought that wove together the wisdom of the East and West, the ancient and the modern. His writings, though unpolished at first, began to resonate with those who read them. Simultaneously, he started speaking publicly, sharing his ideas with anyone willing to listen. His speaking style was unique, marked by a sense of humor and a knack for making complex ideas relatable. He was not just a philosopher, but a storyteller, painting vivid images with his words that captivated his audience. Over time, Alan's writings and speeches began to gain recognition. His ability to translate the often esoteric teachings of Eastern philosophy into language that the Western mind could comprehend was remarkable. His words had a way of resonating with people, of making them question their own beliefs and see the world in a new light. And thus, the legacy of Alan Watts as a philosopher and speaker began. He was no longer just a young man with a passion for philosophy. He was becoming a voice for a new way of understanding the world, a beacon of wisdom and inspiration. Alan Watts had arrived at a profound understanding of life at a young age. His childhood curiosity and relentless pursuit of truth had transformed him into a beacon of wisdom and inspiration. In conclusion, Alan Watts's childhood story is a testament to the power of curiosity, self-guided learning, and the pursuit of truth. His journey from a curious child to a self-taught scholar and philosopher serves as an inspiration to all who seek to understand the deeper truths of life.